ourselves. And if you can't paint a wall, then what business have you painting your face? All right, Effie, our next contestant, I know, I amuse myself too. It's my job. Our next contestant is my dear friend, Miss Elsa Touche. Elsa, darling, are you there? You are. Our hair matches.
Hello. Well, fancy
Hi.
seeing you here. Thanks for
Fancy
popping
seeing you.
by.
I'm thrilled. I'm coming to you from my dining room, and you're coming to us from a bar. It looks like, or something. I don't even know.
It's my combination bar, dining room, crafts room, kitchen. I live in a single room, darling. It's quite
Oh,
efficient and economical.
well, I like it nonetheless. You're giving me very much Mrs. Slocum vibes today with that hair. It's fantastic. Now, darling, what have you been doing during this time of quarantine?
Well, I've been crying a lot, Katya, to be
Mm,
honest. And how
I
about
feel
you?
you.
How
Well,
about you?
I've been doing a lot of crying. No, I've been doing a lot of quarantines. I do these little shows at my ghost piano. That's in the room that's connected to this room in my house because I'm living large up in the Swiss Alps. That's Twin Peaks.
I've tuned
Anyway,
in.
so tell us, do you have any advantages you think you might have in this game of trivia, being that you're of advanced age?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, really, Katya, everything I know is trivial pretty much. So I think I do have an advantage in this game of trivial knowledge. And I do have a good, 3 or 4 years on the other contestants, I'll say.
Well,
So I think I may have an advantage there as well. So we'll see. We'll see. I didn't go to high school or college or any fancy learning institutions, but we'll see how I do.
it's all right. I've got a good 40 years on you. I've just pickled myself from within.
It's
All
true.
right. And our final contestant today on the our drag is a I don't remember what the name of the show is. It doesn't matter. It's Piranha. Hi, Piranha, darling.
Well, hello, 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 Miss Katya Smirnoff-Skyy. How you
You
doing?
look. I'm fabulous, and you're looking marvelous in mustard and green.
Thank you,
It,
dear.
it's quite fabulous. And what, darling, what have you been doing during
Oh,
this
I've
time of quarantine?
I've loved all the free time. I've been able to really exercise my creative side. I've had to get so much more creative with the types of cocktails I make. Uh, it, it, that's about it.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, one must be creative when one's sitting at one's home by themselves or with a friend. I don't know your life, but I do hope that you know a lot of trivial information.
That's
I know
the
lots
only
of.
thing I know.
Same here. I think it's a prerequisite to becoming a drag queen. I can tell you that the Romanovs were assassinated in 1917, but I have no idea what I did yesterday. Anyway, the days all come into themselves and together. Anyway, darlings and lovely people out there in internet land, we're going to play 3 fascinating rounds of trivia. Now, trivia are basically questions that someone else has prepared, and I'm going to read randomly from a screen. And since we're doing this on a live platform, we're going to go round robin. That means I'm going to ask each person a question in 3 different categories. And then the person who answers the most questions correctly. English is not my first language. The person who answers the most questions correctly will win a fabulous vintage tiara or virtual tiara, or I'll just go grab something from my jewelry boxes and send it to them by the United States Postal Services. Anyway, our first category is. I think it comes up, or I'll just say what the first
Category is. Category is.
category is something. I don't know. I have to look at my list here. It tells me the category is just number one. All right. So it's LGBTQ plus history. I should have known that. Underneath all this paint, I'm blushing. All right, let's ask our first contestant the very first question. Effie, are you ready?
Oh, 5.
Close. All right. When did demonstrations for gay rights begin in the United States? All right, this is multiple choice. Was it A, 1957, B, 1965, or C, 1973?
Well, let's see. I'm going to go with my first choice. and I'm going to pick 1965. Even though I wasn't born then, so I don't really remember what was happening at that time, but it has an
I
impact.
remember 1965. There were some good times. I know I was a newlywed. All right, and the answer is.
Oh my God!
Baby, 1965, you're a winner. You get a point.
I guess my memory is better than I thought it was.
Oh, well, bravo. All right, we're next to Elsa. Elsa, darling, are you ready for your question in LGBTQ plus history?
I'm ready, but I must register a complaint. I don't think
Yes.
that first question was trivial at all. So we'll see how we do with this question.
Well, I suppose the definition of trivial is a little bit loose. This first category, I suppose, is very important historical facts that relate to the LGBTQ community.
I like that name better. We should have called it that.
Okay. I have changed it. I pretend like that happened. All right, let's have our first question in very important events of the LGBTQ historical world.
Yes.
The question is, Danica Roem was the first openly transgender candidate elected to state legislature. Which state was Roem elected to? Was it A, the fine state of New Hampshire, B, Michigan, the state that looks like a glove, or C, Old Virginia?
This is a good question to which I don't know the answer, again, because I only know trivial things, and this isn't trivia at all.
This isn't trivial at all. No, this is important.
Danica Roem, I'm going to take a wild guess and say New Hampshire.
And the answer is Virginia.
Well, good for you, Virginia. There is a Santa Claus.
That's right. Well done. You know, the colony of Virginia was named after Queen Elizabeth, Virginia. Yeah, that's true. I know that.
The Virgin Queen, I knew that too. They could have asked me that one.
Well, next time when we're doing very important history of colonies or very history of states' nameage, then you get a gold star, but no point for you.
All right.
No.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
You have many more. All right. Next up, we have Piranha. Piranha, darling, are you there? There you are.
Here I am.
Hi, dear. All right. And your question and very important facts about the LGBTQ plus community is, in 1950, gay rights activist Harry Hay founded what society? A, the Daughters of Blighters. B, the Mattachine Society. Or C, the Society of Human Rights. You know, Harry Hay's lover was the artist Rudy Ganright. Just telling you this in case you wanted to know.
That's wonderful information. It sounds like you know a lot about him. I wish I did also.
I do. I do. He's the inventor of the topless bikini.
I'm going to take a wild guess and say C.
No, I'm afraid the answer is the Mattachine Society. Harry Hay, interesting fact, also was a founding member of the Radical Fairies.
Oh.
True story. I know, because I was in a play and I played Rudy Ganright. Hard to imagine me as a man, but it's happened before. All right, no point for you. All right, we're moving on to our second question of round one. So, Effie, are you ready, darling? You're in the lead, by the way.
Now I'm ready.
You are. You were born ready. And I love your mini costume today. It's simply adorable.
Thank you. I mean, I was thinking since Disneyland won't be opening for a while, that I would celebrate by dressing up as Minnie.
I think that's marvelous. I agree with it completely. All right, your question is, the earliest known reference to same-sex love between women written between 625 and 570 before Common Era are attributed to whom? A, the author Sappho's, B, Aristotle, or C, Tristius?
Can I phone a friend? Let's see.
If you could.
I mean, who would know this? I guess I can.
I know this.
Are you serious?
I do.
Well, I was absent this day in classics or whatever part of history this is. So I'm going to go with Aristotle because that's the only person who I actually know.
Close, but no cigar, said Katya. The answer is A, Sappos. That's why often when speaking of lesbian literature, they call it sapphic.
Oh, that's so interesting. I'm really learning so much.
I know. I don't know how to ride a bike, but I know all about Sappos. All right, no point this time, but
Thank
you're
you,
still in
Katya.
the lead. Elsa, darling.
Are we continuing with Sapphic literature? Because that's a topic I know something about.
I know. We look like we could be sisters, you know. This hair is gorgeous. Who did your hair tonight?
Or maybe there's something Sapphic going on. Is there, Katya? I don't know.
There could be. I mean,
know.
I've gotten around.
I don't know. This is Wigs by Tips. Is this hair?
Oh,
yes.
I love that tip. She's simply marvelous. Such
So
a wonderful
good.
young thing. All
So
right. Your question in round 2 is, you're hearing my earrings clink. Well, I'm not taking them off. Who was the first person to describe themselves as as the queen of drag? First person to describe themselves as the queen of drag. Was it A, Dame Edna Everidge?
Never heard of her.
Never heard of her, no. William Dorsey Shaw, or C, Flawless Sabrina? Was it Dame Edna, William Dorsey Shaw, or Flawless Sabrina?
I love the sound of the name Flawless Sabrina. It's a lot to live up to, but I'm going to say B, William Dorsey Swan.
Was it? And the answer is B. Oh, fabulous. You get a point, darling. Is it my earrings that are clicking and making noise?
Thank you.
I don't know. Congratulations. You're now top. Fine, I'll take off my earrings, Carlos. But you know what? I'm walking over to my box and I'm getting another pair. That's what I'm doing.
You can't have her go without earrings, Carlos. It's inhumane. It's not.
Look at these, Carlos.
It's drag-phobic.
Any noise. Look, they're just quiet little gummy, like they look like little cabochons on my ears, and now they're quiet and they're sparkly.
They're not going to cause any trouble at all.
You are now tied for the lead, my darling. All right, let's come back to our third contestant with their second question. Pariah, darling.
I'm ready for it.
Not making noise, but that's
nope.
Okay. I've got gumdrops on now. All right, Pariah, your question is: when was the first gay pride parade? This should be an easy question if you know your history. It was in New York. Was it A, 1965? B, was it 1975? Or was it C, 1970?
I'm going to say B, 1975.
And the answer is 1970.
Whoa, I'm doing terribly tonight.
It's because that's when Judy Garland died. You know?
No.
And people were so upset at the Stonewall that when the cops came in, they said, we're not going to take it. We want to listen to our Judy anyway. Sorry, no point. But don't worry, there's still plenty of opportunities.
Excellent.
All right, let's go to our
Work.
Oh.
Work.
One. That was so fast, ladies. I don't know how that happened. I need a drink. Vodka soda, like mother's milk. All right, are we ready for our? Let's round up the points. Yes. We have right now in the lead. Tied for the lead. We have Elsa and Effie. You're tied. Either would win. I know. And I would give you an earring, but not this one because it's too nice. And coming up, not winning, is Pariah. But don't worry, Pariah.
I'm going to make a comeback.
You are going to make a comeback, and I can't wait to see you come back. All right, let's move on to round 2. Round 2. All right, the top
5, 6, 7, 8.
I was gonna hold that pose until I left the shot, but then I didn't leave. But then
it's all right. I didn't know what was happening. The category of this one, I believe, is pop culture. Is that correct? People that tell me things.
Oh dear.
We'll find out. I don't know. I should have looked at that part of the document more closely, but I didn't.
I was actually alive for.
It's the drag dictionary. These are questions. So drag dictionary, basically, these are terms that we in the drag community use to describe one another or the things we do or the places we are, if that makes any difference. It's slang. This is slang, basically, for the drag. In case you were confused.
Dare we say drag American vernacular?
Yes. Oh, Effie, that sounds so incredibly intense. I'm all for it. It's drag American vernacular. Oh, I love that. All right. Your first question in the round 2 of drag American vernacular is, what are you calling someone when you call them your Judy? Your Judy. Are you calling them A, your good friend, B, your female friend, or C, your sexy friend?
I think that the answer is your female friend, because Judy Garden was a biological woman.
I don't think that's the answer, unless the answer is bam, A, your good friend.
So you
I
know
believe
the
it.
offset of drag vernacular, and that's black drag vernacular, and I don't think we use that one.
All right. I believe it was made popular by, what's his name? They come to town all the time and do fabulous. It'll come to me in a second. We're friends in real life, and I can't think of his. It doesn't matter. All right. No point. No point for you. Well, no, not Jan Waters. Although I am friends with Jan. He's delightful. Interesting man. No, he just they did a big, beautiful show at the current last year. It'll come to me. All right, let's move on to our second contestant, Elsa, darling.
Oh, is
you
it
know
me
who
again?
I'm talking about. Yes, it's you again.
Hi, hello.
Hi. Are you ready for your question?
I am indeed.
All
I
right.
speak drag, I think.
I try to speak something, although English is my second language, which makes drag my third.
I
All
know.
right.
I know so many drag queens. I'm friends with very many of them. So.
Me too. Why do people always assume I'm a drag queen? I'm just a lady in hair. All right. Your question is, what is a drag mother? This could have many answers, really. An aging drag performer who has lost her touch, possible. B, an experienced drag performer who acts as a mentor. Or C, a queen who won't stop asking when you're going to settle down.
Well, this is a very subjective question, but
I
I know the term is commonly meant to describe an experienced drag performer who acts as your mentor, who takes you under their wing, so to speak, and guides your career and sometimes gives you terrible advice and steals your boyfriends.
I think that's correct, and the answer is B. I would have also accepted all three because in many chances that's true. Do you have any drag children?
I have one who forced themselves upon me. It wasn't my choice.
I've got three, and
Do
only
you?
one of them forced themselves upon me. It's Honey Mahogany is my drag daughter.
Oh, really? What an
Yeah,
illustrious! You must be so proud.
I am. I love my drag children. They're all very nice, and occasionally they acknowledge me. But that's all any mother can really expect, isn't it? Anyway, all right. That is a point for you, dear. You are now currently in the lead. All right. Let's go to our third contestant, Piranha.
I feel so bad for Elsa. It sounds like her drag mom stole her boyfriend.
Oh, I suppose she might have. We'll have to ask her about that afterwards.
What a bummer.
Well, I know. But it has been known to happen. All right. Your question is, which of the following phrases is a drag compliment? I can use them in sentences if you would like. Is it A, shady, B, sickening, or C, busted? Do we need to hear any sentences on these?
I don't. I get called busted all the time, so I know what that one means. But I think in this instance, Katya, you look sickening. It is a compliment.
Oh, so do you, darling. And it wasn't even a shady compliment. The answer is B, sickening.
And I'm back in the game.
You're back in the game. You were never not in it.
I'm on the map.
All right, let's go for the second question in this round. Effie, are you still with us? Yes, you are. Hi, Effie. All right. Are you muted? You're muted.
I said, and you do look sickening, dear.
I know, so do you.
Thank you.
All right, I almost looked busted earlier when I was having my jog, and a car didn't want to stop at the stop sign, and instead they wanted to stop against my leg.
Oh,
But
dear.
that's a story for another show.
Cool. The show must go on.
As I said, 97% 100 proof vodka. I just jiggled a little bit and kept on going. All right, your question is, what does "the library is open" mean?
Oh dear.
A, I know. I'm ready to take the stage. B, the drag makeup look is complete. C, the queen is ready to criticize or read someone.
Well, oh wait. Well, I think that it is C, because when you read somebody, or I'm sorry, because reading is fundamental as a drag queen. You have to be able to read a person, to read a room, occasionally read a book, we all hope. So I'm going to pick C, final answer.
C, final answer. That is correct.
Yay!
Bravo, darling, bravo.
Thank you.
All right, that's 1 point for you. You're in the lead again. All right, let's go back to Elsa. Elsa, darling.
I'm here.
Hi, have you been reading up on Sappho's? All right, let's see what is your question, my love? What does it mean to be feeling the fantasy? This must be one of the kids' terms because I have no idea. Is it A, the giddy feeling you get when you love what you are doing? B, that you look like Mariah Carey in her music video for Fantasy? That was a look. Or C, that you can tell dreams from that you can't tell dreams from reality anymore?
Truly, one could say one was feeling the fantasy in any of those situations, really.
I would accept that as an answer, personally.
But I think they want me to say, A, the giddy feeling you get when you love what you're doing, especially when you're on stage and you're just so into it and you are believing that you are as beautiful as you imagine yourself to look in your mind's eye, which doesn't really happen. You know?
I believe that is correct. Boop. A, the giddy feeling you get when you love what you're doing. And I love being here with you.
I love it too. I have a giddy feeling, I must say. I hadn't known how to put it into words, but it is.
I do as well. I'm sure there's a song that I feel giddy and witty and gay. I'm so pretty that I hardly can believe I'm real. All right, that completes the second question in this round. I think do we have one more in this round? I don't know.
It's me.
Yes. Oh, that's right. There's 3 of you. And I haven't even been drinking. Piranha, darling, you're still here. I'm still here. So let's ask you a question.
Let's do it.
And your question is, which is not a term used to describe applying one's makeup? Is it? So this is it's a double negative. What is not a term used to describe applying makeup? Is it A, to paint, B, to tuck, C, to beat?
Well, I paint and beat all the time, but I have never tucked. So I'm going to say that is not a makeup technique.
I would agree with you, and you are correct. The answer is B, tuck.
Wonderful.
A tuck, as any of you people who don't know anything about drag, is when it's just something people have to do to look better in a bathing suit or a very tight dress. That's why I just wear a girdle like any natural woman would. Anyway, all right, you get a point, my darling. All right, the scores.
And I was like, girl.
It made a noise. Why do they do that? Is that a thing? I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's the sound you make after you drink some really tart lemonade, you know?
Oh, okay. Mm.
I learned it from my sister.
I love that. Well, the scores are Effie with 2 points, Elsa with 3 points. You are in the lead, darling. And Piranha with 2 points. It's any gal's game at this moment. Are we ready for round 3, ladies?
Heck yeah.
Yes, the suspense is
All
killing.
right. I know you want that Pontiac convertible. I do too.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
Do they still make Pontiac convertibles?
I have no idea. I was hoping the prize would be a trip to Disneyland.
We can pretend it is. You just can't go until it reopens. All right. And your question.
Bro, what is the tea? What is it? What is the tea?
The tea is that we're now asking pop culture questions that are relevant to the LGBTQ community plus. Oh, and you're having a cocktail or a
Oh no,
or a
this is
beer
also
drink.
tea. It's mint ginger
Oh.
tea.
That good for you. I'm thrilled. Are you ready for? Let's ask you a question, shall we, darling?
Yes.
All right. In the TV show Ellen, where did Ellen DeGeneres' character come out? I remember watching this on primetime television. I'm that old. Was it in A, a coffee shop? Was it in B, an airport? Or was it in C, a shopping mall? A, B, C.
It's really funny because I feel like I keep getting the questions that are on the periphery of Black culture, but not necessarily in it. So maybe I've heard a conversation about this sometime. And she came out in a coffee shop because lesbians love coffee.
Oh, that's so close, but it's wrong. She came out to Laura Dern, I believe it was, in B, an airport. This was before 9/11, when you could still walk to the terminal and talk to someone. Sorry, not your question.
Oh no. Next one.
Next one. All right. Elsa, darling, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Do you know that answer?
I did, because it borders on Sapphic literature, which I mentioned I have some knowledge about. So.
I know, it's a trend. If only we had put you first in the lineup, you'd be winning right now. Well, you are winning right now. So, well, let's see if we'll keep the winning streak going. All right, your first question in LGBTQ plus pop trivial knowledge is: what gay anthem was recorded as a B-side, but became one of the artist's biggest hits? All right, so this would have been, it wasn't supposed to be big, but it was, because it hit the world at the right time, at the right moment. Was it A, YMCA by the Village People? Was it B, Dancing Queen by the ABBA? Or was it C, Vogue by Madonna?
Well, I wonder if they've given away the game with the question by calling this the performer, the performing group, an artist. So I don't want to feel like I've cheated, but I believe the answer is C, Vogue by Madonna.
You are correct.
Yes.
It is C,
I knew that.
Vogue by Madonna. And I know that because I remember as a young, well, I wasn't a young person, a middle-aged person, buying the CD of A League of Their Own, which was a movie that Madonna starred in. And it played over the credits, but it was not on the darn CD of the soundtrack when you bought it in the radio store at the Tower Records. It made me very angry. And then I had to go buy the actual song. And it was the B-side to This Used to Be My Playground.
Oh. Well, and you know, I've heard of CDs, so how interesting that story was.
I know, you're welcome. I'm full. My head is just full of things. Most of them have no relevance to the world. That's why my hair is so big. All right, lady. Next, you are still in the lead. You are still in the lead. All right, Piranha, darling, are you still there? Are you still with us? That was Effie. Hi, Effie. Piranha. Hi, darling. You're back. Are you ready? Did you know those answers?
I did know both of those. I feel like if this was all lesbian trivia, Elsa and I at least would be doing very well. Elsa already is. A League of Their Own is very sapphic also.
It's such a good movie. I love A League of Their Own. It's one of my very favorites. All right. Your question is, which artist used title Yes I Am in reference to rumors about her sexuality? You wanted a lesbian question and you got it. Was it A, Janelle Monáe? Was it B, Melissa Etheridge, or was it C, Cher?
I'm gonna say B, Melissa Etheridge.
You're right. I believe.
Yes, that was a pure
Yay.
that was a pure guess on that one. The one
Yeah.
lesbian question I didn't know.
But you got it. So
I
now
got
you can
it.
just pretend like you know it. Half of life is pretending that you know things. I mean, if you don't learn that from your drag mother, then she's not doing her job.
I didn't have
All right.
one.
Neither did I. Well, I
No.
did actually. My drag mother was Miss Nikki Starr, San Francisco legend.
Oh, rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Nikki.
An
She's
angel.
a wonderful. She really was. She also saw me already established and said, "Girl, I'm going to be your mother." And I said, "All right." That's how these things go. All right. I believe that brings us now to our. Well, back to you, Effie. Turn your microphone on, darling.
So I just wanted to say that I've learned so much about sapphic subjects today because literally never heard that word in my life. And now I just feel like I want to go have coffee with a lesbian and ask her about sapphic literature.
There are many lesbians out there that I'm sure, many people in general that would be happy to talk about lesbian literature with you, I'm sure, at any time.
I can't
It's
wait.
actually it's a fascinating topic. It really is. You can learn
Yeah.
about the Isle of Lesbos and Virginia Woolf. I mean, it's so many things. But right now, we're still talking about pop culture. And your next question is, The Birdcage is a remake of what French film? What French film is The Birdcage, starring Nathan Lane and Ronald Williams, whatever you know? Is it a remake? Was the original title A, La Cage aux Folles, B, L'Enfance Terrible, or C, La Vie en Rose?
Well, let's see. I would hope that it's not called Les Enfants Terribles because I think that means something like sad or bad.
That means the terrible children.
La Vie en Rose is definitely about Edith. So I'm going to go with La Cage aux Folles.
La Cage aux Folles, the maitre d' is dashing Cage aux Folles. The cocktail is flashing. We import the drinks that we buy, so your Perrier is Canada Dry. And you are correct. The answer is A, La Cage aux Folles. If you ever have a chance, do go watch the original La Cage film. It's fantastic. And of course, Jerry Herman broke waves when he set it into a musical in 1980 or 1982, something like that. It was a long time ago. I don't remember a great deal of the late 70s, early 80s. But if you can remember a great deal of the late 70s, early 80s, you were doing them wrong.
You know,
anyway,
Katya,
point for you.
That is the first musical that I ever tap danced in. And I got the audition by being like, sure, I can tap dance, and figuring it out as we did the show.
No, that is a hard dance show. That was one of the worst experiences of my life.
That was great. I played Chantal. It was amazing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That would make sense. I was up for Chantal too, and they made me do a whole 4-hour dance call, to which I just kept saying, could you let me go? If God wanted me to be a dancer, they would not have invented the chorus. That's what I say. It's an Ethel Merman quote. Use it anytime. All right. Let's go back to our second contestant. Elsa, darling.
Hello.
Hello. I'm loving that hair so very much.
Thank you. I like it too. It grows right out of my head.
I know. So does mine. All right. Your question is, how many singles has Barbra Streisand released?
Well, I think she's released all of them, hasn't she?
No, she hasn't. You know she has a whole vault of things that aren't quite right. They're almost there, but they're not right there. They're so close. Is it A, 117? Is it B, 322? Or is it C, 97?
I was doing so well, and I don't know the answer to this. I feel like 322 is almost too many, so I'm going to say 117.
And you're right, I believe, if I'm right. You are right.
That was a shot in the dark. Well, simple reasoning helped. You know, I'm not a moron.
Well, Ed Decker, who runs the New Conservatory Theatre Basement, he just loves Barbra Streisand. So I imagine that's why that question was in there. But I love Barbra Streisand too. I played in a whole show, a one-man show, where I talked about Barbra Streisand, and I sort of did impressions of Barbara. I know, it's funny. I'm much prettier than she is. But, anyway, the point is yours. The point is yours.
Wonderful.
Oh, all right. It looks like Piranha, darling. You're up next.
Here I am.
There you are. There you are. That's a song. I don't know it. All right. And did you know the answer to that question?
I did not. But that's what I was going to guess also. I knew Effie's.
Yeah, that's good. My favorite Barbra album cover is the one for Butterfly, because it has a stick of butter and a fly sitting on top of the butter. It's so good. I mean, isn't that just, it's perfection. She sings Life on Mars on that album.
I have it. It's my favorite of hers as well.
I love this. Oh, I didn't know we shared a similar Barbra favorite. Oh, I love that about you. That's why I adore you, Piranha. All right. Your question is, what was the first lip sync song ever performed on RuPaul's Drag Race? Was it A, Champion, B, Covergirl, or C, Supermodel? God, I remember when Ru used to do this on MTV in the 90s at the Miami Beach summer episodes in a little yellow bikini or something. Was it Champion, Covergirl, or Supermodel?
I'm going to say Supermodel. I think that was the only one that was out yet for season 1.
Covergirl was too.
Oh,
but
okay.
I believe you are correct with Supermodel C.
All right.
You are a winner. Bravo. Let's see. Is that the
That's
the
it.
scores are
Yes, ma'am. Hallelujah.
hallelujah. Is that the end of our that's the end of our bingo? That went by a bingo. Why do I think that any
Bingo!
event I host is
Oh my gosh, can we play bingo next?
we could. I've got a cage over in the other room. I mean, there's some balls kept in it right now, but you could put anything in it you wanted, really. All right. Well, I know the suspense is killing you if you can't count, but our runner-up is. My eyes aren't very good. Do I see one? Yes. All right. Effie, darling, you have 3 points.
Yeah.
Piranha, you have 4. And Elsa, you are our winner with 5 whole points. Bravo.
I'm honored.
Bravo.
I shall wear the crown with respect and hope to live up to the promise and the faith you've placed in me. Thank you, America. Thank you. Thank you. There, how's that? Oh, it fits like a dream. I love it. I love it. It's right here. Oh, wait. No, it's right here by my liquor cabinet. Ta-da! Isn't she lovely?
Bravo, darling. Now, Elsa, for each of you, before I let you go, we'll go in order. Elsa, darling, do you have anything coming up that we should know about? I believe I saw something about a monster show coming up soon.
Yes, our Pride edition of the Monster Show, which is the Castro's most ridiculous drag show, now online at twitch.tv/monstershowsf. We're airing on Pride Sunday, starting at 6:30 p.m. And we have a wonderful show, a great lineup. And the theme of this Monster Show is Be Gay, Do Crimes. So we're going to have some criminally good numbers, and we hope to see you there.
Fantastic, darling. Fantastic. And Piranha, darling, do you have anything coming up that we need to know about?
Yeah, along with my partner, Franzia Kafka, I throw a drag show called... She's in the next room. I'll send you love. We host a drag show called Media Meltdown. We are on twitch.tv/Media Meltdown. We're streaming 3 days a week, every week. We've got our big drag show that we do every 3rd Sunday coming up on July 19th, and the theme is banned books. And both tried combining your names. Elsa and Effie are both performing in that one. So if you're a fan of any one of our 3, definitely check that out.
Fantastic. Where's my phone call? I'll come be on the show.
We've tried
God
booking
knows
you for a while.
I'm in drag 2 days a week.
If you want to do band
You know?
books, we'll still have you. I'd love to have you for that one.
I don't know any band books. I have to think about it. Hit me up later. And Effie, darling, what have you got coming up for us?
Well, you actually just heard plugged for 2 of the shows that I'm coming up with, which is Monster Show, Gay New Crimes, and the Band Book event. And so I actually am really excited about both. I came up with a really fun number for this Monster Show because, as you see, one of the other things I've learned over this quarantine is how to use a green screen. Because who knew? Apparently a lot of people, but not me. So
I don't know still.
Girl, it's fun, but it's been a good experience. And so if you are into murder mystery plots, make sure that you come check out the Monster Show on Sunday.
Ooh. I love a little Mrs. Peacock action.
You know what? I almost did that one. That was second on the list.
Well, thank you three for joining us tonight. It was so much fun playing with you and seeing you all again. And honestly, I'll do any show. Just let me know. I'm around a lot.
Thank you. This was so fun. And, it's too bad I didn't win those tickets to Disneyland, but maybe next time.
I'll send you a stray earring from my collection. I really will. Message me. I'll send all 3 of you a pair of earrings.
I would love that. I would love that.
Or if anyone's got tiny wrists, I've got so many bracelets that don't fit my giant bones. Message me privately. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being with us. We hope that you'll consider looking at Give Out Day, which is the nation's only special day that's made for LGBTQ plus community charities. And if you donate anything over $10, your donation will be counted. You just follow that link that's right there on the screen below me. And if we as NCTC get the most donations, not in money, but in individual donors, then we win some extra money. And right now, extra money is very important to keeping places like NCTC, this wonderful organization that I've called home for the last 15 years going. You can also tune in on Tuesday at 6 o'clock to see me doing a very exciting show called Katya Gives Out. I should know the name of my own show, but anyway, it'll be me doing an hour show with a night out with Katya. The picture just is from a show I did called Cat on a Hot Tin. Anyway, it'll be a fantastic show with Mr. Joseph Wick playing live for me, and it's going to be so much fun at 6 o'clock on Tuesday right here on this channel. So please do tune in. Thank you so much to our wonderful guests and to everyone at the New Conservatory Theatre Basement who made this all possible. I love you all from my living room, well, my dining room technically, to all of yours. You're not alone. We're in this together. And well, here's another quarantining. Well, here's another happy hour at 5 with the New Conservatory Theatre Centre. Goodbye.